Alright, hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 14 Week 2 BearCave. We are back here for an early morning game day and we should be done right before the NFL games kick off. Let me know if you can hear me so we can go ahead and get started. It's already been a wild week 2. We saw number 3 Georgia go down to Georgia Southern in overtime, and then we also saw Florida State take a loss to a MAC team in Kent State. Thanks, Florida Man, for letting me know that you can hear me. This is the SFA. If this is your first time joining us, this is an online dynasty ran entirely through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. It is probably the deepest experience available out there. You can come in, claim a team. You can set your schemes, set your playbooks. You can recruit. You can recruit. You can participate in our fully functional sportsbook. You can participate in our fully functional stock market. It's very fun time, great community, so check description or anything as well. Florida Man subscribed with his Prime. Great shout, because if you do watch live, we are affiliated, so make sure to drop your Twitch Prime and so you don't miss any of the action, don't get caught up in an ad or whatnot, and yeah, welcome in. Crazy week. You guys can see in here. Cool. All right, so let me expose the graphic here, and everybody check out Home Field. They've been dropping some absolute heat lately. They have a new Nevada line. They added more to UCLA. They added more to Arizona. So check out Home Field. Use code SFA. It works once per email. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started here. Early morning game day. We're going to start out with UCF and UNLV. So let me go find the game here. I'm just waking up, so it might be a little bit foggy here, but we should get right into the swing of things. And these are 2 Patreon users, so I've been opening it up to them for jerseys. So Florida Man wants the space whatever 2020. I don't have 2022 for space, so you get 2020. There you go. Actually, which one's dark? Yeah, you're getting 2020 because UNLV wants the white out here. This is going to be horrible on my eyes, but we'll let it ride here. Where's the 2020? There we go. All right. So this game for UCF and UNLV obviously coming off that big win. It's a 9-point favorite for UNLV, and the over-under, if I can find it here, is 63.5. So let's see what happens. Florida Man, heads or tails, kick or receive? Tails and kick. Okay. And remember, folks, we got a great game day coming up next. Minnesota, Buffalo. Very excited for that one. All right. And I'm going to be skipping the intros. I don't want the UI to get glitched, so we found a workaround for it. So we're going to go tails and kick for UCF. These aren't too crazy. I kind of just got to focus on the pads. But if you're new to the SFA, this is how we do BearCave games. We're going to sim to the 4th quarter. If it's a 1-score game, we will watch it finish up. Otherwise, we'll just sim to the end, go through all the stats, etc. And if you are betting with the BearCave props, the BearCave prop for this game is Ubaldo Kingsbury. Can he do it again? Can he get a sack here today? First quarter, here we go. Can UCF get back on the horse after a rough week 1 loss? No touchdowns yet. 6 points here for UNLV. They had a slow start against Florida, and then they popped off in the second half, and they're blanking UCF right now. No points here in the first half for UCF. Can they battle back? No, yes they do. So still a 1-score game. They're keeping it somewhat close, but UNLV trying to pull away. So fourth quarter, we go one possession, and now here comes UNLV. They are looking for a cover. Interception from Joshua Dubs, and that should probably do it. This game does not look like it's going to get close, and there it is. 26-7 here in Allegiant Stadium. This is how it all shook out. Darren Archer got himself a touchdown. He got two, actually. Only one passing TD for Dyron Satterfield. And here's how Dubs did. 1 TD, 1 interception. Only 34% completion percentage here today. And Jason Williams, they're really missing Parker. The lack of ability to run has really been shocking. But the freshman Kason Moist, the SFA player, got 74 yards. That's nice. And on defense, Rock Captain, the SFA reject here, getting 13 tackles. He got himself a sack as well. And an interception. So pop off Rock Captain. That's a bright spot at least there for Florida Man. All right, Dyron Satterfield. Bad day for him, but hey, you know, was a 19-point win. Isn't too shabby. It was all Darren Archer today. 2 touchdowns, 200 yards. And their side, that's what it looks like. 18 pancakes here for the left tackle, David Dennis, completely popping off. And then did Ubaldo Kingsbury get a sack? No, he did not. So he follows up the beautiful performance with a mediocre one, only 2 tackles on the day. He did get a deflection, though, I guess. Antoine Baker got himself a pick and a bunch of deflections here. Interesting. And yeah, Nathan was another upset on the week as well. Ole Miss losing to Temple. Not a good start this season to the SEC. 2 more tough losses today to G5 teams. I'm not sure what is going on with the SEC. I guess they win a natty and they think they can stop trying. All right, so 1 game in the books. No gameplay quite yet. Coach Cryo starts himself out with a victory. All right, next game up is we have Utah at Virginia. So Coach Moon against his former team. And Coach Moon for jerseys, he said the all-white Foxbacks. All right. Not sure what a Foxback is, but... Is it this? Welcome in, TC. Tails and receive here for Moon. Yeah, I think it's this one. All right. Normie away jerseys. Okay. Just this one. All right. No, it's the throwbacks. Neo throwbacks, this one. This one, okay. All right, that's what we're rocking with here, and it's a kind of a disrespectful 11-point spread for against Virginia. It's a road team who took a fourth quarter touchdown to beat Akron. Let's take a look at the over/under of this game, which is 53.5. And the game line here is Tokomaha Pakirora catches. Is he going to over/under on the catches? So we see tails and receive here for Moon. Mango popping off into in the chat about Fink. That's hilarious. And also, interesting stat line coming into this week that I dug up is no national champion has ever started worse than 2-0. So, if you've taken a loss here in the first couple of weeks, SFA history is not on your side. So Utah trying to prove that they are good enough. They got a win in the sim last week. They've had historical problems on BearCave here. So you want tails and receive. And all right, Virginia, Coach DiGiorno. All right, can Coach DiGiorno shock the world? Can he keep this one close? Early touchdown for Virginia. And Utah struggling like they always do. There's not a lot of offense. Here comes Toko up. A quick touchdown for Virginia. They're actually leading this game. But wait, Utah gets a 48-yard touchdown to end the half. So dominated by Virginia there. And they have nothing to show for it. Kind of like the Packers last night. And Utah extends the lead. Gonna need Virginia to battle back here. And a fumble recovery by Tyler Smoot, the SFA player, but they're going nowhere. Once again, we're going one-on-one. Can they finally score? No, they can't. All right, we're going to go one play at a time just because this game is only a one possession from us jumping in. So we're just going to sim play at a time here because Virginia does have the ball. It's 4th down. All right, we got to sim until they make it close. Are they going to punch this one in? Yes, they do. All right, here we go, folks. 28-21. Can Virginia somehow get the ball back? They're not going to get the onside kick, but they still have all 3 timeouts to speak of. All right, so can Utah, you got Tokumaha Pakirori, the SFA player, and this is our first chance to see Kira Streaker, the #1 recruit down there. #2 was Toko carries a guy for 9. Uh-oh. Not happy there. We got Dan Daly on the sidelines. So Kira Streaker, the #1 prospect in the season 13 class, #2 at the bottom of your screen. I don't think we'll see him as Toko takes the carry and he gets a first down. All right, one more first down is going to win the game. They are in field goal range as well to extend the lead as well. So Toko to the outside. He finds some room. Look at him go. The speed has been brilliant lately from him. He looks a lot faster than his freshman year. So no timeouts on the clock. It looks like this game is over. Just a couple victory formations here, and Utah is going to get another victory. But Virginia does cover the spread, so nicely done there for Virginia. Another big win here for Utah, though. Now, the question will be, how many receptions did Toko get today? Well, I guess they knew they couldn't stop Toko, Dogwater. That's why they went for the onside. All right, 3rd and 15 now. And no, that's going to do it here. So Utah goes to 2-0. Still in that national championship chance there, as Virginia falls to 0-2. Coach DiGiorno still has a bit to build out there. Welcome in, Jarkus. So Utah gets it done. The Pac-12 on top of the ACC, who actually started out very well in Week 1 in the non-conference. They started 10-4. But here drops another one as Tokumaha Pakirori, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns. We'll see how Kira Streaker did. And only 3 receptions for Toko, so the under hits on the receptions. That's a big oof for the over bettors. I love these new player props to follow. And the one I was most interested in is the predict the highest score number. I don't know if anybody took it, but 63 from App State. And how about that game from Flynn Saunders? 575 yards and 9 touchdowns. Truly looking like a generational talent to me. Yeah, let's take a look at these stats here. I mean, we'll see what Kier's... No, Kier Streaker gets a touchdown. 93-yard pass from Smart there. I mean, I have not seen... I'm sure that's a school record at least. I'll have to check the history book, see if it's a NCAA record, but... J.J. Brown, the redshirt senior at the helm, he did his job. And Tokamaha Pakirori, he is the workhorse back. 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kier Streaker actually got 2 carries there. Streaker only 38 yards, but they didn't really need to pass it all that much. Toko gets 3. Broadway gets 4. Pancakes. And then on defense, you've got tackles for loss. Fitzsimmons popping off. He got 2 tackles for loss and a sack. An interception from Blake Black. And a deflection here from Anthony Gray. We go over to Virginia now. Dan Daly, 23 of 41, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns. You'd just think a little bit better completion percentage would help them out. And the fact that they hardly could run the ball whatsoever. Royce Marchetti, the SFA player, 4 for 56. Had a couple big days from these other guys. Now on defense, 4 TFLs from Jared Webb and Thomas Wright. Only 1 sack. 1 interception from Steve Jenkins. And any forced fumbles? No. Let me cook, Mango. Let me cook. All right, as always, got to get my players of the game here. All right, so interesting start to BearCave. We've had 1 cover, and then we've had 1 no cover so far, so no outright winners. Fitzsimmons gets player of the game, along with Toko. And I'm very happy with the way Toko is progressing after kind of the 2 stinker seasons he put up. Remember, this is a March Madness reward player. He's supposed to be, along with like the fantasy football reward, the best players in the SFA. So he's finally living up to the hype, it seems. And speaking of hype, man, this is probably the game I'm the most excited for, or one of them at least, is we've got Logan Radke taking off Coach Beard, Cat, Cincinnati, and Keely Radix. First time we get to see him against Iowa State, who made the Big 12 championship last year. So if either of you guys are here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. And while we wait, we know Iowa State is a 2-point favorite, and the over-under is 60.5. Now in that other game, the under did just barely hit, and the BearCave prop for this one is Ike Wishbone. His time at Arizona, he was one of the best run defenders we've ever seen from the corner position. So we're going to see, can he get a TFL today? So I don't see anybody in chat, so we're going to go on board with the away team like normal and do heads and kick. So can Keely Radix and company knock off Iowa State for a big-time non-conference win? This is a very, very important game for Coach Tribe in the Big 12 in their rankings. And this is really a kind of a great chance to see just how good Iowa State is this year and how competitive the North will be, because they are the team to beat. All right, here we go. Jack Trice Stadium, one of the most beautiful stadiums in all of football. Cincinnati will kick to start it out. All right, here we go, folks. Next quarter. And no score, so that over-under, man, at 60.5, not looking too hot. Very defensive battle. We got a safety here, folks, and a touchdown. Cincinnati popping off now. Hold on, folks. Cincinnati is cooking. Can Iowa State come back, though? Only a 2-point game. This is one of those just like that Virginia game. Cincinnati dominated the first half, but Iowa State still has the lead. All right, we're in the fourth quarter now, down at 12 for Cincinnati, and now they're going crazy. But wait, Ike Wishbone gets a return for a touchdown on the ensuing kickoff. This game is not over. We are going to go one play at a time. They get the extra point. It's still a 12-point game, but how about Ike Wishbone returning that for a touchdown? All right, but can Iowa State close out the game? Just no defense here from Cincinnati. Oh, my God. What a drive to end the game. Whew, that was like a 4-minute drive. So Iowa State is not to be messed with here, as they're going to knock off Cincinnati at home. So we got a safety from Cincy, and then Radix got a pass. He got a couple, but Sellers just dominated. Wishbone got a kickoff return. That's hilarious. So we'll see if so the over did hit, but Keely Radix, man, that second half just did not go according to plan. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, only 41% completion percentage. Remember, this is his first time starting, or his second game starting, so definitely going to be some growing pains against tough competition. They could not run the ball here, Mango. This is not running the ball well. And, I mean, they threw it a little bit well, but, you know. On defense, J.J. Berg, tackles for loss, a ton of tackles for loss. And I don't see our boy Ike Wishbone does not get a tackle for loss. So we've had a no, and then the under hit, and then a no. But D-Sleep's player he made, Piene Litton, the 5'5", 300-pounder, he had 2 sacks today. So that low center of gravity doing him wonders. They had a fumble recovery there. Jamar Siggins, 19 of 27, 259, 2 touchdowns. That is what you like to see. The former Missouri Tiger. And Kennard Sellers popping off here. I mean, 3.5 carries, not the best, but 4 touchdowns and that long drive at the end. Kramer, the tight end, has been cooking. You got to watch out for this guy. He is one of the better tight ends in the country. It seems like Iowa State always has good tight ends. And on defense, Marcus Smith, you got James Williams, and tackles for loss everywhere, sacks. And how about this new look secondary? Richie Boots gets an interception, former West Virginia guy. I love how Charisma Mukaida gets 2 deflections. I love how Iowa State took corners from both conference opponents. You got West Virginia guys and Kansas guys hit over here now. We got a fumble recovery here as well. Yeah, Tribe saying it. He loves to. Javon Campbell got player of the game. Nice. Yeah, Penn State won 30-10. Big comeback, or not a big comeback, but a big bounce back week after getting destroyed by Buffalo. So Ike Wishbone, the offensive player of the game. That's how you know it's bad. Your cornerback is your offensive player of the game. And he doesn't even play both ways. All right, here we go. Little Dak Prescott impersonation here. All right, next up is we've got a ranked matchup, and this is another shocker. I mean, I don't know how shocking this is. These teams were both very good last year, Rutgers and Michigan. Rutgers comes in the number 20 team in the nation after destroying Alabama at home, and they take on Michigan, a team that was very good all last season until they completely collapsed in the latter half of the season. They are a 7.5-point home favorite. And the over-under, if you are tracking at home and tracking your bets, 58.5 on the over-under. And the BearCave prop bet for this one is, will Cheeto get another interception today? He had a pick six against Georgia Southern, and now it seems like Georgia Southern is a quality win. Michigan only beat them 21-14. I'm not entirely high on this team. They're ranked number 10. I have them at 19 in my rankings. So we'll see. Can Rutgers do it? Can they play within a touchdown? There's Seth Chung, the center, the SFA player. Mango has the Wolverines by 90, man. I don't know. After that, like I was saying on the Patreon podcast, is like I'm more scared of Rutgers than I am scared of who beat Tennessee, Louisiana right now. Because like I know Louisiana is good, but it was an obvious injury that was the reason Tennessee lost. There's no explanation for the Alabama loss. So this could be a very good Rutgers team. I mean, they were one win away from the playoff last season. So we'll see if they can keep it up. We thought there'd be some regression. They lost a lot of pieces, mainly like Rashard Mendenhall, but 7-7 here early. 10-7 for Rutgers. They win the first quarter. James Draws, the SFA player, leading them down the field. 14-10, 14-13. We got a barn burner here. 21 to Rutgers. So now at halftime, Michigan is covering. And you need Rutgers to pull off a miracle here. And they're coming from behind, but they're getting stopped. But they dominate on defense in that quarter despite the offense struggling. And they are not. And oh my God, we got another kick return. So we had a touchdown from Minnesota. Or sorry, a field goal from Michigan, and then a return touchdown here from Rutgers to take the lead. Oh, and then they get the 2-point conversion. What is going on? All right, Michigan now down 3. All of a sudden, they get a touchdown. That's a long one, or a 6-yard rush, or a 46-yard rush from Jay's Draws. Man, everybody's popping off here. Things are going so fast, I can't seem to track it. We're at 58 right now. So if the score holds, the under hits. Remember, we jump in if it's a close game at the 2-minute mark. And it looks like it's going to be. It's 4th and 7 here. We're going to watch the play. They're just across the 50 here. Can Rutgers convert? 4th and 7 to secure the upset. Still have all their timeouts. They drop back. Dump that off. It's tipped away by Patrick Concepcion. Deflected. Michigan takes over. All right, now can Rutgers get a stop here? They need to get the ball back. Or will Michigan and the SFA player James Draws win this game? He stiffies a man right there. And it's currently a Michigan no cover. So if you bet Michigan cover, you desperately want a long touchdown. 2nd and 4, James Draws, and it's going to depend on the spot, and they give it to him. So now 1 first down wins the game for Michigan. Can they survive a very good Rutgers team? This is a great showing for Rutgers on the road in the big house. Stacking the line, power handoff, and he goes down. Second and 9, once again, I formation. It's like that wide receiver might be offsides. Little Kadarius Toney, but they completely collapse on him. Somehow Draws gets 4 out of it, though. Up to 91 yards here for Draws today. So 3rd and 5, game on the line for Rutgers. Can they get the stop to get the ball back, or will Michigan come out victorious in at 2-0? Tight end in motion. Handoff up the gut, and Draws, he goes down, he's short. So are they going to go for it? And they're going for it. Can Michigan, they're getting aggressive, can they get it? They're in shotgun. Oh, this could go bad. 4th and inches. Clock is ticking. They're doing this just to bleed the clock, I believe. Big brain play, honestly. Fourth and inches. Game on the line. Just over 30 seconds. Michigan, can they do it? They're going to throw it. An all-out blitz over the middle. Wide open, man. Michigan's going to win the game. He breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Michigan. They add insult to injury. They get the cover. Unbelievable. And that play just ruined my 10-leg parlay. They just pulled a Stanford. Why can't you tackle, Rutgers? What on earth? Hail to those big cocksuckers. Hail, hail to Michigan, the cesspool of the West. My nanny was a Michigan State fan, so she taught me that song. All right, so I don't know why I have to quick sim this here, but because we are 2 scores. So this game is over. Unfortunately, Rutgers could not get it done. The dream is over. That 4th and inches, I can't believe it. I have no ill feelings really towards Michigan, honestly. It's just like I typically cheer against the top teams, and Michigan now has been a top team for 3 years, so. Thank you. Someone finally sees it. I am by far the most unbiased person who's ever played, and what a tip away there from Concepcion. And what a week for people named Concepcion, the quarterback for Texas Tech. Make sure you check out the watch party game. It was a surprising result, and honestly, Texas Tech's offense is incredibly fun to watch. Yeah, I've never hated Michigan. It's just my my nanny was a massive Michigan State fan. Hey, Michigan has been pretty mid for a while. Last year was really the first time they were pretty good since season 7. So Michigan gets the cover. James Shaw's got a massive one. We got a fumble recovery for them. A lot of big plays here for Rutgers, including the kickoff return. Their offense just never got it done today. So Kenneth Bryant back to the drawing board here. No touchdowns for him. Patrick Saunders, have yourself a day. He's the one who had the kickoff return. 7 receptions, 100 yards. You love to see that. On defense, Nick Arnold. And did our guy, KJ King, get a sack? He did. KJ King, but they couldn't get it done on that 4th down, giving up. They kind of sold on the all-out blitz, trying to probably get the trying to get the stop, thinking they'd run it, and they threw it over the top. Broke 2 tackles. James Love, the redshirt freshman. He is a low overall, but getting it done here. James Straw's obviously doing his thing. This is a good Michigan team, and I've been very critical of these guys so far. And Cheeto does not get an interception, so not a good day for the prop bets. None of them are hitting so far. I think we have 3 no's and an under so far. Still a long way to go here. No, sir, D-Sleep. We're still on the left side of the bracket, or the graphic. Nice welcome in, Maddox. Hope you're enjoying your bye week. Love the media you're doing. We always like Maddox's AI art. Rutgers had it too, Zach. They just choked. They had a 4th and 7, then they had the 4th down. Messing up my parlay, man. My 40K. That's all right. All right, next up is we've got, oh man, Talk about a sickos matchup, man. We've got the rematch of the Yam and Cheez-It Bowl from last season, a game that came down to the wire that was decided on an illegal touching. So, McNasty, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. And this is going to be another close one. This is a new-look Iowa offense. They've got Rayshon Gloop, the transfer from Washington, and then Central Michigan now. They lost their running back last week, and they gone away from the senior starter. They're going back to Wykel Summers, and McNasty is here. So we got tails and kick for the Chippewas. Now this game is a 8-point favorite for the Hawkeyes and an over-under 47.5, so not a lot of faith in the scoring today. And the question is today, how many total yards in passing and rushing will Wykel Summers get today? Will he get over or under 250? We will have to see. Fire up chips. Iowa, man. I've wanted a great Iowa for so long. Jarkus has been close, but Jason Richardson could never get the job done. We'll see if the Rayshon Gloop era is any better, as we got tails and kick here for the Chippewas, who got embarrassed by Missouri last week. Iowa coming off a victory. All right, I know the Chippewas beat Iowa, have had their number, but they get the first touchdown here, and they go up 13-0. Ferris Nesby on the return, and I don't see anything happening for the Chippewas. 16-0. Here comes the Chippewas. They only get a field goal. What are we doing? Come on, Chips. The Chips are crumbling like they did last year once they faced good teams. They finally get a touchdown. And they only... All right, this game is still in hand. You could get a touchdown here, Chips. No. Wykel Summers, they're not doing it. And a long touchdown there. That's a 75-yard... Or wait, 80-yard rush by Madsen. I saw Willie Anderson there. He does the kicking and punting for this team now. Oh, this is a disaster. 40-10. The Chips are no good this year. Oh, McNasty, no. Jarkus gets his revenge from the bowl game in emphatic fashion. Rayshon Gloop is him. Holy Toledo, a 30-point win. My, oh my, let Rayshon Gloop cook, baby. You just got glooped. Wykel Summers, an all right performance. So, all right, he got 233 passing yards. So he needs over 17 rushing yards for the over to hit. And it doesn't! No way! Hold on. He got 233. He got 245. Oh, the under hits the guy with 90 speed. That hurts. That is such a bad beat. He must have gotten sacked a couple of times. Kobe Beef, yeah, he got sacked twice. And on defense here, tackles for loss, Kerry Reynolds popping off, the 69 overall. But no sacks, no interceptions, no extracurriculars happening here for the Chippewas, unfortunately. And for Iowa, Rayshon Gloop, the transfer from Washington, he has playoff experience. 2 touchdowns, 57%, and he ran for 37. But Michael Madsen, the redshirt junior, 192 touchdowns. And through the air, Willie Anderson getting involved. We love to see that. Eric Sweeney, SFA player, leading him in tackles. Sacks goes to Desmond Baker, Mike Johnson. The safety getting a sack. No interceptions. 1 deflection here. Forced fumble from Johnny Booth, SFA player. Yeah, Flynn Saunders went off. 575, and he had 9 touchdown passes. That is, I expect to see Flynn Saunders in the Heisman conversation next week. So Iowa starts out 2-0. Shout out Iowa. Can they put together a dream year? Post Jason Richardson, they thought they'd have some regression. Be interesting to see if they actually got better. All right, folks. It is time. The Patreon game of the week. We got Missouri at Western Kentucky. Oh boy. All right. So heads or tails, kick or receive for Tribe, and then he wanted white jerseys with black pants, black helmet with the old tiger on it, please. All right. So black tiger. There you go. He wanted white with black pants. There we go. Tails and kick. All right. And for this game, we are looking at a 9.5 point favorite for the Tigers on the road and a 57.5 over under. And today we are also tracking Leon Fox total touchdown, so passing and rushing here. So the Western Kentucky had a tough showing against Memphis last week. Missouri had the exact opposite experience, absolutely throttling Central Michigan. So we'll see, can Western Kentucky, once they're back in Bowling Green, can they get on the board? And Tribe, a popular dark horse pick here for major improvement. I should have picked up some Missouri stock. Remember, folks, check out the stock market. Check out CC Sportsbook. So many cool shop rewards, and it's a lot of fun. And it makes watching the streams a lot more interesting. And it's all fake coins. There's no, if you blow your coins, you just get more by playing in the, doing the daily coin claim. Yes, UNLV did cover. All right, here we go, folks. So, Jarkus, what did he say? Tails and kick. Or not Jarkus, Tribe. Your teams have similar colors. All right, here we go, folks. And a quick touchdown for Western Kentucky. I'm not sure what happened there, but Missouri, oh boy, defenses are not doing anything here today. And, a missed extra point there for Mizzou. That could be coming back to bite them. They are 9.5 point favorites. As Western Kentucky, this is what they do. They hang into the game. Oh, no. Are we going to see a failure here for Missouri? Come on, Missouri. Oh, my God. Fourth quarter, 5 points. And they finally take their first lead here in the fourth quarter. Can Western Kentucky battle back? They're going to add the field goal. A Leon Fox legacy drive there. And we're going to jump in on this third down. It is 24-22. Here we go, folks, inside their own end. A handoff here to Cronin, and he gets some room. Big first down for Mizzou. They're going to hurry it up here. Remember, they got Sandro Londano, top of your screen, the transfer from Texas, and a nice run there for Hunter. Terrell Hunter, their quarterback. He took over for Jamar Siggins, who transferred to Iowa State a couple of years ago. They're hurrying it up. They're already across the 50 here. He's a lefty here for Terrell Hunter. Interesting. As we get a nice play there, they're going to call that a sack. Colt Mitchell tracking him down. His second sack of the day. Can Western Kentucky hold? They need just one play. We're out empty yet again. 2nd and 10 here. Over the middle, big play. That's Sandro Londano, the SFA player and transfer. Massive play, gets him into field goal range, and now we're running Wildcat. Interesting, Missouri getting a bit tricky. They're going to hand it off. No, he's going to keep it. Up the middle, there they go. having their way here with Western Kentucky in the fourth. UE can't believe it. They're trying to hold here. They're actually spending those timeouts. They want the ball back. Hand off to the outside, and they stop them short. Another big play by the defensive end. Doug Lee keeping the game alive. Remember, they could just run this clock out, kick a game-winning kick. We're looking at a Missouri no cover right in the face. 3rd and inches. Can they convert? Hand off. He's going to keep it. Hunter, he stopped short. UE's going to get the ball back. So to take the lead here, it's a chip shot about 33 yards away. The kick is up, and it's good! Missouri takes the lead. What a game we've got brewing here in Bowling Green. All right, Leon Fox legacy. This is one of those moments where Maximus Mays is on the sidelines begging to get in the game. 25-24. Nice return there up towards. Got Leon Fox. He has 1 passing TD so far today. We got a lefty on lefty game here. Remember, all they need to do is get into field goal range. So about 50 yards here. They come out empty. Leon Fox. Remember, Laz Palmer. He is the elite receiver prospect. Are they going to get it to him? We get a nice throw here to start. They have a good tight end. They have Laz Palmer. Chuck Sledge, his 2nd catch of the day. Big start there for Leon, already up around the 40. Leon again. Dumps this one off away, just throwing it away. And Leon Fox has a rushing touchdown. So that 2.5, he needs 1 more. If they get a touchdown here, that over hits on the prop. Down 1, 46 seconds left. Oh, well. Leon. He's floating that, and he hits his man. Bobby Fulton. Another first. Western Kentucky is cooking. All right, pistol, we're across the 50 now. 41 seconds left. They're going to bring a blitz. Leon Fox, he's sacked! Chris Lawson, they're going to hurry it up now. That was awfully bad there for Western Kentucky. They're going to bring the blitz again. They're going to get him again. No! Leon Fox gets the ball away. Oh boy, here we go. 3rd and 15 at the 50. Probably need about 20 to 25 yards for a reasonable kick. 3rd and 15. Leon, he's yamming it deep, 1-on-1, and it's caught! Les Palmer, the SFA player! Welcome to the SFA, baby! An unbelievable catch! Holy smokes, they're going to run more plays, though. They're going to hand it off. Jackson Viss to the outside. Uh-oh, no timeouts. Oh, my God, what are they doing? What are they doing? Can they get this off? Oh, my God. Yes, they do. 4 seconds left. Unbelievable. Laz Palmer gets him in range. Can the kicker do it? To win the game from right hash, right about 30-yarders. The freshman kicker. The kick is up, and it's good! Western Kentucky takes the lead. Unbelievable scenes here for the home team. So the return, this is the game. Either a touchdown or they lose, and there it is! Cyrus Disco can't bring it back. Western Kentucky does it. Holy cow, what a game. Unbelievable. Great showing for both of these teams. But how about the SFA player, the 4-star freshman? He could have been a quarterback. He was a quarterback wide receiver prospect. And she goes with Leon Fox, the lowest rated quarterback on the roster out of her options. And it works out. Laz Palmer, the red zone threat, the jump ball guy, converts. You love to see not only SFA players pop off, but you love to see them do their archetype. Unbelievable game there. That was worth the wait, Yui. Western Kentucky gets it done. Tribe, I'm so sorry. You had the touchdown, or you had the field goal drive, and Laz Palmer, the play of the day. What a catch. Whew. All right, let's cool down from that one. What a game of the week. I'm glad that we saved this one for stream, man. That was great. As Sledge got a touchdown. It was just a field goal battle back and forth there at the end. Terrell Hunter had himself a decent day. Did well on the ground as well. Sandra Lindano popped off there. Caden Sanker, the best tackle in the country. 10 pancakes. I hate you, Tribe. Oh my gosh, look at these guys popping off. Look at all the tackles for loss. Yeah, Sussy, no sack for him. Got an interception here. Leon Fox, did he get to 3? He had 1 there. And no rushing TDs. Okay, so only had 1 TD. It was Jackson Viss on the ground popping off. And Laz Palmer, the hero today, the 6'6" freshman out of Detroit. Benny Keuchel had 8. And on defense, this team that got it done. That 3rd down stop to force the field goal. Doug Lee, the shoestring tackle. Everything went right for this team today. What a win for the reigning AAC champions. Oh, it's all good on the uniforms. Typically for BearCave, it doesn't really matter. It's just game day where if they're not good, then I'll have major issues. All right, Missouri gets it done. All right. It is time for me to stop hiding. If you guys know, if I'm not on stream, I sim my games live on stream, and this is how I sim all games, okay? So just so you guys can see your bets, East Carolina is a 30.5 point favorite going into this game. And the over-under is 49.5. So we'll see. Did Marshall come out clutch? Are they going to ruin my season? No, they're not. 63 from your East Carolina Pirates. Oh, baby, we covered. And it wasn't close. I love this team. Vlad Sexton. All of you Trace haters, look at this performance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, baby. I don't see Vanilla Vic, so hopefully he was just resting. Vic only got 11 carries. Hopefully he was just out. The sim loves to just, All right, let me get the... Vic did get 1 touchdown. Bro, I was up 35-0 at half. Not a system quarterback. Yes, sir. Zach tied for the highest. All right. So now we move on, and Dogwater, it's time. Heads or tails, Dogwater. Kick or receive. Dogwater wants all orange. And this game, is a big one. It's Dogwater taking on his former team, and the Wildcats are a 3-point favorite at home, and 68.5 points is the over-under. And the bet we are tracking today for the props is Matt Bowers TDs. Will he get 2+ touchdowns today? So we want all orange here. Heads and kick. Yeah, the Arizona offense is completely intact. Their defense was raided by the transfer portal. So we're back in Tucson where it all started. The Tucson tragedy, the Tucson tragedies. So many big moments we've seen here. And Dogwater now is on the visitor sideline, raining boos from the fans. He could never get it done. He could never win the big one here for Arizona. So they're hoping to right the ship without him. Mike Wishbone, Josh Gamara, Matt Bowers, Luigi Greenberg. All of his offensive players are here, and almost none of his defensive players remained. This is a big one, folks. This is one of those where the on-field play is secondary to what's coming. As what did Dogwater say? He wants heads and kick. All right. The Dogwater Bowl, absolutely. All right, so we're going to see Florida get the ball first. Are they going to start the game with a kickoff return like they did last week? No, they will not. As no score here early. Field goal early for Florida. Is this going to be a masterful performance from Florida? A bounce-back game after losing to UNLV on the road. They just take a quick drive down to Tucson. But Arizona, once again, Florida struggling on the offensive end. Florida just has no answers. Florida can't mount a drive to save their life. And here we go. They're down 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. Just no offense to speak of. The defense is playing very well, but nothing happening. Finally, they do something there. Remember, it's still a 2-possession game. We're going to go 1 play at a time. See if Florida can get back in this game. Here we go. Big plays opening up. And, oh no. Malone gets sacked. What are they going to do? They take the field goal. So it's a 1-score game here, folks. The onside kick coming from Florida. And they get the ball back. No, they are not going to. So they're going to have to rely on the defense now. Lewis McQueen, I guess a little brother of Taylor McQueen, followed him before he transferred. Michigan covered, yes. All right, Josh Gamara and company. Can they get it done? First down wins the game. Broken tackle. There they go. That's not even Matt Bowers. It is the backup down to the 1. Dogwater is sick. Where is the defense? All right, on the goal line. Looks like Matt Bowers left the game early, I guess. Handoff up the gut. Touchdown, Carlos Huffman. They take a 2-score lead. This roster needs a ton of work here. As we're back 2 scores, so we're just simming again. We'll sim 1 play at a time, see if they can do something here. They get a big play, another big play. Finally attacking this defense, except no, you get a penalty. Finally they get one. And they do not, and they get the extra point here. So back to 8 points. They need a defensive stop here. They have 2 timeouts, but yeah, just a couple of kneel downs should win the game. But it's a 1 possession, so we got to watch it. So Arizona, close call against Hawaii. Another close call against, well, not as close, but another good game versus Florida. But they start out 2-0. The question, I would say, is like, the defense is playing well, but the big question is, the offense hasn't scored over 30 yet, and they're supposed to be one of the best offensive teams in the country. And now you have Matt Bowers not playing. Be interesting to see what happens with Arizona as they enter conference play. And that's going to be the ball game, folks. Arizona gets it done. They beat their former coach. Is this finally the year for Arizona? Arizona does cover here. So the question is, Matt Bowers, did he get 2 touchdowns? It does not look like it. Josh Kamara has himself another good day. Did he throw a pick? I don't think so. He had 2 passing touchdowns. Yeah, I think the end times this year spells Arizona beating East Carolina. I would mulled so hard. If I lost to Josh Kamara in a national championship, I might end it all. That would not be a fun scenario. Bro, UNLV's not even making the dance, baby. All right, let's see what happened here in the stats. Just another Florida team that struggled. And Huffman, man, he was in for most of the game. Oh, no. Did Bowers get hurt? So Malone, 26 of 44, 2 touchdowns. Decent day for him. It's just, you know, not enough offense. Handy doing his thing. Remember, this is a team that Dogwater has virtually no influence over. That's just the roster he got. All right, how did Arizona do? Josh Kamara got 275, 2 touchdowns today. And Bowers only had 6 carries, so we'll check on his injury tomorrow. Mike Wishbone over 100. The 2 touchdowns came from Huffman and Deshaun Price, the SFA player. Scotland had 9 pancakes. And defensively, a lot of... Look at it. The defensive line finally shows up for the first time ever against Dogwater. That sucks. And then lots of deflections. 1 forced fumble here. I think if you're talking G5 auto bid, I think it runs through Louisiana. And then based on today's results, probably then App State. All right, we're moving on here. BearCave giving us some moments, some good moments today. We are over an hour in. As we still have a couple of games, and we have Oklahoma coming up. So Coach Jay Jettas and I know Dave, he's at home. He wanted green helmet, green jersey, yellow pants. All right. We're going to go yellow pants here. All right, Jay Jettas, heads or tails, kick or receive. We know this is a 7-point favorite for the #1 team in the country. And the over-under is 64.5. And the line we're watching here, will Cheddar Biscuits get over or under 40 yards? All right, Jay Jettas, heads or tails, kick or receive. Oklahoma trying to repeat, trying to become the first team ever to repeat. Oregon had a tough showing on the road, but they're back in Austin, one of the best home field advantages in the country. So I don't see anything from Jay Jettas because he is stupid. So heads and kick. And Oregon wins. All right, here we go, folks. On the road, Oregon, and they can't get a stop here. Southeastern, can they battle back? They had a last-second loss. They can't score here in the first. So here comes Oklahoma, 14-0. Oregon on the move. And Oregon still doing nothing here in the first half. And Oklahoma, 21-0 lead to start it out. These guys are good. The super team continues to roll, and Oregon has no points. 35-0, getting absolutely smeckled at home. Oh boy, Oregon finally gets on the board. No good on the field goal. Oregon trying to battle back, but this game is long gone. 35-7, a thumping here in Eugene. Oklahoma goes to 2-0 as Todd Honey gets a touchdown. But wait, we had Bullock in, so Remmers was out at least for a little bit. Harris, Wild Goose gets a touchdown. McFeeters gets 2, and Gaddis gets a touchdown. Bullock, I guess, played a little bit here today. But Terrell Remmers came back into the game, doing his thing. And rushing yards, Biscuits only got 9 yards here today. So 2 touchdowns for McFeeters. So the under hits for Biscuits. Wild Goose is the leading receiver, as probably was expected. On defense, Charles Hill, 6 TFLs. Streveler gets 2. He also adds 2 sacks. We get interceptions from Hines and Coleman. Deflections from Jay Phoenix and Wild Goose. No forced fumbles. All right, so now if we check out Oregon here, Sal Easton did not have a good day, man. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Rough start here for his Oregon tenure, as Bo Jackson was in at least all of today. Terrence Gaddis, his top target. And on defense, David Goff. He got 5 TFLs here from Eric Richard. And sack-wise, nothing doing. They didn't force any turnovers. Just, this is another coach where we know how good Dave is, but it's just one of those things. They did get a block, but it's going to take a while. Rome isn't built in one day. You can't just take a roster and take them to new heights. You got to build at least a little bit. So Dave's going to have to do something here to not waste the Sal Easton era. He has at least 1 more year, hopefully. So OU gets another big win. All right, next up, folks. Oh, this is going to be a fun one. We've got Clemson going on the road to Illinois. We got 2 more games here before the big one. This one is going to be quite fun, though. Clemson at Illinois. This is a 10.5-point favorite for the Tigers. And if we're looking at the over-under, it is going to be 65.5. And the line we're watching is, will Davis Holman, the wide receiver for Illinois, get over or under 74.5 yards? So we go on board here with Clemson. They have a steep overall advantage. I'm not sure why everybody's high on Illinois, but they only got an overtime win against Southern Miss. A lot of these rankings do have a lot of last year bias. Illinois was a playoff team last year, so understandable. And they're at home. Can they do the unthinkable? They do have the advantage at quarterback, but that's about it. Morton is a higher overall than their guy. Got the Orange Bowl going, the Clemson Orange versus the Illinois Orange. Heads and kick, as always. Here we go. Clemson, they were the #1 seed in the playoff the last 2 years. Can they do it for a third? Clemson starts out with a quick touchdown, and they get another quick one, and a third quick one. Another blowout ensuing. This is sometimes what happens in early season BearCave matchups as we find the true contenders of the season. It is 21-3 here at halftime. Can Illinois mount a comeback? No, they can't there. This time they get a touchdown, and they're holding Clemson. Here we go, Illinois. The comeback is in full swing. As we head to the fourth quarter, only down 4. Here comes Illinois. And nothing doing there. Remember, once this gets close. All right, folks, here we go. Illinois, can they mount a comeback? They're down 21-0 in the first half. The defense has been insane in the second. Can they do the unthinkable here? They have all their timeouts. Morton under center. Holman at the bottom of your screen. Cryo just subscribed. Shout out, Cryo. Hype, hype, hype. 4 months. Handoff, there's Boogie Toes, the SFA player. And he almost gets a first down. It's his 30th carry. Third and inches now. Can they keep the drive alive? Minute 24 on the clock. And another first down for Boogie. Remember, this was an Illinois team that got embarrassed against Alabama in the playoff. Trying to take out the top ACC team. Big Ten having a much better showing today, but this is a sack. Muffy Breastfeeder let him through. Seth Pittman gets it, and they're going to have to hurry it up. Remember, this is one of the best offensive lines in the country. You got Muffy Breastfeeder, that right tackle, and then Nigel Pancake, the best lineman in the country at the left tackle. And they're going to take off here. Another sack, 2 in a row. So a third and forever now. Clemson, the defense coming up clutch here. Now odds stacked against Illinois. He's got to get this out. He does, and he completes it. A big throw. This makes it a 4th and manageable. Matt Broussard. But 4th down incoming. Game on the line here. Clemson can win it here. Davis Holman alone at the bottom of the screen. They're going to delay give to Boogie Toes. He shucks off Pittman, and he goes down. Turnover. Clemson's going to win the game. Tough scenes here for the home crowd. They got a competitive game, but they just couldn't get it done. And victory formation now for the Clemson Tigers. We see them in this often. As they only had a whopping 8 losses in all of 2023. They've yet to take one here in 2024. And Clemson gets out of here with a tough road victory. It's always hard to go on the road against a Big Ten team, especially in a night game, as it is often a little bit chilly. But they're going to get it done here. Now, Illinois will get the ball back with about 4 seconds, so may be able to run a play depending on what happens on the punt. Or can they go all out for a block? We're going to see a miracle here. This will be a Clemson no cover if it holds. Remember, folks, we've seen one kickoff return in SFA history. It was Iowa State. So here comes the punt. Oh, they almost get there. Fair catch. You might have one play, but they're going to return this one, putting all the eggs in this basket, and they go down. That's the game. Davis Holman can't get it done. Clemson goes 2-0 once again. Patrick Turner, the quarterback, he is lower rated. A lot of questions here for Clemson on the offensive side, especially with no points scored since that first quarter. But they hold on. The defense comes in clutch. They get it done. 2 clutch sacks and then a 4th down stop of Boogie Toes. And getting around Muffy Breastfeeder there. And we got one more game remaining here on an epic BearCave week. That game of the week very well could be Missouri and Western Kentucky. That was a great one. Still can't believe Laz caught that. An unbelievable play, but we still got potentially the biggest game of the week coming up. Ohio State and Alabama. We'll go through this game first. Remember, folks, you gotta track your bets, see if they hit. The sportsbook had a very good week 1. We'll see how that works out in week 2. But Hubbard got a touchdown, brothers Omar Woods, and then it was nothing else. Interesting game to say the least. Patrick Turner, redshirt senior, 79 overall, did his thing. Omar Woods, decent day. Ryan Hubbard is becoming a big-time player for this team. Ryland Magnusum, the SFA player, 14 tackles, 5 TFLs, and a sack. You got 2 for Rucker here. They did get 1 interception. TJ Alvarez, deflections, a couple as well. Forced fumbles, Jason King. And for Illinois, you had PJ Morton, 234. Now the question is, over-under for Holman. He hits the over on his receiving yards here today. That's a big one. Muffy Breastfeeder, 8 pancakes. Nigel Pancake had 5. They both gave up sacks. That's interesting. Nigel Pancake only gave up 1 all year last year. 6 TFLs here for Henderson. Got a couple of sacks. Al Marshman, the SFA player, gets a sack. No interceptions. Deflection for Parham. And no fumbles. All right, folks, one more game here in the BearCave Sims. Remember, folks, I am starting to do BearCave highlights every week, so there'll be an additional video out. So make sure to, if you missed any of the action, you can just watch that. It should be a short, about 5 to 6 minute video. And then also we're doing the more long-form game day highlights, so you guys can see more of the action if you have to miss it, because not everybody has time to sit down for an hour and a half. To watch a full commentary game. So if you haven't already, check out our YouTube channel and also check out our Instagram. Post a lot of additional stuff over there as well. But here we go. Last game before game day is going to be a big one. You've got an Ohio State team that lost in OT to Georgia, and an Alabama team that got embarrassed by Rutgers. And I don't know what I hit. Oops. All right, here we go. So you got a pissed off Ohio State taking on a pissed off Alabama and Bryant Denny. What could go wrong, folks? And this is the last game of the week, so we're going to do a prediction here. So get those Bob and Us ready. We're going to do, it's going to be up for 1 minute, so get ready, get ready, get ready. Give you guys a chance. Who's going to win? This is a push game anyways, but we never do a spread here on the predictions. Do you have Alabama or do you have Ohio State? EJ Irons, but we also had a very impressive rookie, Lance Malone, over from Ohio State. Who is going to win? Get those Bob and Us going. Now, like I said, this is a push game, but the over-under today is going to be 56.5. And what we're watching is Lance Malone pass touchdowns. Do you think the rookie, the freshman, he had a big day against Georgia, will he do it again against an Alabama team? Will he put up more than 3 touchdowns? That is the most profitable line, if it hits, of the BearCave props. So we'll have to see here. We're just going to wait for the poll to end. A lot of points here on Ohio State. Holy cow. Or maybe that's Alabama. All in on the fuck Bama train. All right, Jay Jetta's funding Ohio State. And almost double the money going on Ohio State. Interesting. So not a lot of faith in EJ Irons. I mean, I will say, I think Rick said it earlier, I think there's only 3 undefeated teams right now in the SEC. So SEC having a very rough start to the season, to say the least. And they're not even in conference play, which is the wild part. Normally, we see the SEC struggle at the beginning of the season because they're all in conference play and they have those big games early. But this year, that's changed and they're still sucking. So we'll see what happens. This is going to be a masterful game. I love the changes to our scheduling process. We get these competitive matchups every year. This is how college football should be. So we got heads and Are they going to kick? No, they will not. It will be Alabama. All right, we'll see EJ Irons first here, as we are off in the final BearCave game of the day. Ohio State starts out with an early touchdown. Alabama responds. This one's going to be a good one. Another touchdown for Ohio State. Can they do it again? Alabama gets back on the board. This is a team many people had going to the national championship, maybe potentially winning it this year. But Ohio State, they have a 2-score lead. Alabama battling back. Ohio State brings it to 10. Alabama, they cannot start 0-2. They could even get unranked after this. Oh my God, what is happening? Alabama, please. Please, Alabama. Alabama is choking. Oh my God. And it's a 3-yard loss on 4th down. They add a field goal. Okay, remember, we can't jump in until it's a 1-score game. And oh my God, EJ Irons, they can't do anything. They get a first. Can they score? No, they can't. Oh. Ohio State is going to win this game. Wire-to-wire smeckling of Alabama. Alabama is 0-2, folks. 0-2. Ohio State gets back in the win column, and Lance Malone, the true freshman, just beat Alabama, and he got 3 passing touchdowns. Lance Malone, learn the name. This freshman quarterback is elite, man. 75% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns. Just owned EJ Irons at home. Dallas Jacobs over 129. And Terrell Flowens, SFA player, got a touchdown. Tackles for loss here. No sacks, surprisingly. An interception from RJ Ware, the SFA player. A lot of deflections. It's just they couldn't throw the ball. I mean, they have SFA players at corner. This is another year where Ohio State just has elite cornerback play. And EJ Irons back to the drawing board. Tough start to his senior campaign. He came back, and he didn't come back for this. They made the Final Four last year. Lost, obviously, to Georgia Southern on a last-second play. And they're just not looking themselves so far this year. 0-2. What is happening to the Alabama? I mean, we'll see. Can they battle back? I mean, 0-2, you're not really out of the playoff conversation. This is an 18 playoff. They probably would. But they now, I mean, luckily both these losses are out of conference. Jimmy Don Willie getting a forced fumble. But I got to think it's kind of wraps for the Alabama season 14 hype train. So if you picked Ohio State, which is the majority, congratulations. You picked the road winner, the freshman quarterback. I would have never gone that way over an EJ Irons team. Holy cow. Ohio State gets it done, and Georgia even lost today against Georgia Southern. So a very, very weird start to the year down south. All right, folks. So that is going to do it here for BearCave. As is tradition, we're going to check out Week 3. So we still have this game, which will be in about 5 to 10 minutes. We'll be back. But we're going to check out Week 3. So we got Oklahoma, South Carolina, Buffalo, Washington. Could be an interesting non-conference bout. South Alabama, App State takes on New Mexico. Kansas, Virginia, Stanford taking on Florida. Another one of both winless, surprisingly. And this is a massive one. Game day potential, Jaws Patterson versus East Carolina. Who knows? Georgia Tech and Tennessee. That's another good one out of conference. And Tennessee, they don't have a win yet. Baylor A&M is another big out-of-conference game. Ohio State, North Carolina, the games just keep getting better and better. Louisiana taking on Arizona State. Man, there are some juicy games in the non-conference this year. Auburn, man, are they a dark horse to beat Nebraska? Interesting. And, I mean, Georgia lost. Who knows what's going to happen this year, man. Some great games on the bump. Hawaii has been playing everybody close. I feel like this is an upset alert for TCU. lot of good games. A lot of good games. Miami, Missouri, a tough loss. Back to the drawing board there. Notre Dame at Clemson. Welcome to the ACC for Notre Dame. And a surprising 2-0 start for Boise State. So that's going to do it for the BearCave games, folks. As always, I will be back here in a second. And yeah, we'll be back for Minnesota and Buffalo. Peace.